Alright folks, here we are. Today we're going to do an initial review of the Echo CS-310 chainsaw. Alright folks, here we are. So a little bit of a backstory. Last year, before it got too terribly wintry, I had my Stihl MS-251 wood boss, and I was cutting this right here. I got this beautiful flock of pine trees here. So I was cutting this, and then the saw gave up the ghost. It still works, but it needs a new bar, needs a new chain, and needs a new sprocket. I called two Stihl dealer places, and it was going to cost me roughly $110 to buy new Stihl product from the Stihl dealership. So what had happened is I've been doing some heavy duty cutting stumps and cutting big trees. So my the sprocket on the end of the bar got stuck and caught, and that caused the chain to keep going on the inside, sprocket on the inside to burn, wear a groove in it to where it wasn't working anymore. So I put that chainsaw up for the winter, and now it's getting close to spring. I want to finish this project here. I want to get out all these vines, all these small brushy trees, and open these pine trees up. We might end up putting a playhouse, cute little cabin thing in here for the kids sometime. So this would be a good spot for it, but I got to get all this stuff out. I can see this from my house, so I want to open it up so I can see farther into the field. So that's where I came in. I could either fix the old saw, or I could go ahead and buy another spare saw. And my father's got an Echo, and he says it's a real good saw. So I only paid $177 for this saw. Now I get a discount at work, so that gave me a little break. I saw on Lowe's or Home Depot they sell these for about 220 bucks. But I got it for $177 after taxes. Thing I like about this saw is I looked up parts. Parts are cheap. Chain $10, bar 20 bucks. Filters are cheap. Everything on this saw is cheap. This is just a spare saw. It's a small saw. Only got a 14-inch bar. It's pretty lightweight. It's lighter than the other one. I'm not saying the other one I have, the Stihl, is a beast or anything. There's much bigger saws, but this thing here is very light for a saw. It's 30.5 cc's. I read reviews. It had really good reviews. Some of the older models, people were saying it'd be nice if it came with a case or at least a chain guard. They must have listened, because they got a chain guard now. It's tight to get on, but that's fine. It's, you know, that's what you want. You don't want it sliding off. It's a real easy start. It pulls easier than my other saw. So here's the guard. Comes with the guard. Comes with the tool. Basic chainsaw tool. Came with a gas mix, the oil for your fuel mix to do a gallon of fuel. And it comes with a one-year warranty for commercial duty, 5-year warranty for residential owner use. I will show you this. It does have the two nuts for tightening, whereas my MS-251 only had one big nut for tightening. I think this is better. It gives you more tightening. It doesn't, to me, the 251 steel seemed to loosen up. Tension kind of went away fairly quick, so we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to start it here and show you. This is second time I've started it. I started it yesterday and just tinkered with it for about 5 minutes. So it's roughly 45 degrees out. So I'm going to show you how easy it starts. So it hasn't been started this morning yet. So you turn it on, pull the choke out, push this plunger about 8 times. I'm going to move the dog. Hey, you want to go away? Go on. Get. Then you start it till it'll start up on choke almost. 2 pulls. Put the choke in. Make sure the brake's on. Just like that. That was what? 4 pulls altogether, 3 pulls altogether. Not too shabby. So it's a real easy starter. I like that. Alright, so here's what we're working with. Keeping the big pine trees and cutting down some of this scraggly. This here might be 5-inch diameter. It's about the biggest thing in here. 5 to 6 inch diameter, 6 inch toward the bottom. A lot of 3 and anywhere from 2 to 4 inch diameter. A bunch of kudzu nasty vines that I couldn't get with the bush hog. So that's going to be the test for the day. Hey. Go. 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 Alright folks, So far so good. Running good. Chain's still tight. Still got just a little slack, not much. I'll tell you what, man, these things, these kudzu vines giving me a run for my money. They don't want to let go of this stuff. They are holding on for dear life. Let's see if I can do Tarzan.
What's Tarzan? Oh,
Alright, scoot
that's
over.
the hard one.
It'll probably fall now.
You did say he's pretty strong, Dad. Yeah! Watch this. Oh, but it's on camera. It's on camera. See?
Watch out.
It's on camera.
Tell me to move.
It's pretty fun. I'm going to start. But I'm going to show you how. Now I can't do it. This.
You can't do it. Okay, my turn. There.
My leg's up.
Pull it over there and swing across. Alright, Corbin, watch out for Sissy. Gotta lift up high. Corbin, watch out. Dude, you're gonna get hit.
No, I'm not.
Okay, then just stand there.
Oh, do that again.
Wait, can I do it?
Hold on, let me do it real quick.
There you have it, folks. The Echo CS-310. I would say Did a good job today. I got it all cleared out. All the little trees, all the brush, all the vines that I could get. Some of these kudzu vines have been growing for years. When the spring finally gets here, this would have been one huge pile of kudzu. And right now, I got some big stuff to drag out of here. I've already dragged a lot of this stuff out. Drag some of the big stuff out, and then I'll get the bush hog and run over this fine small stuff with the bush hog. Some of these vines have held on very, very strongly. There's about 3 vines in here that I pulled them down as far as I could and just cut them. And of course the kids have been playing on those 2 vines over there for a while. They're good. I'll just wait for them to rot. When the kids come in crying because it broke off on them, well, we'll know it's good to come down. So does the CS-310 meet my specifications? I say yes. I say if you're got a little homestead, trying to do just a little homestead, got a few acres and you want to clear out some trees to put your house, I think it will work for you. If you're a big lumberjack with 1,000 acres and you got big 50-inch trees to cut down, no, you probably want to go with something different. But for this small work I did today, it did just fine. No hiccups. Didn't have anything happen until I ran out of fuel. So I'm done for the day. I actually got everything done I needed to. And went and did some seasoned wood that I had already cut down last fall. I went ahead and cut some of that down. Some of that stuff was about 10 inches in the diameter. And this thing went through it just fine. So, first day impression, pretty good. Only thing I would say different is maybe make the gas and the bar oil fill ports a little bigger. It'd be a little nice. I got a little nozzle on my gas tank, and it's pretty small. It could be a little bigger just to make it a little easier. That's about the only negative I could see on it. But I think it did real good for one day use. Pretty good. Over and out. Bark. Bark.